Hello everyone and welcome to my channel again. This time we are looking at my old wonderful radio, which now have been upgraded with Bluetooth. So this is my lovely old Philips radio, which I like very much. I call it my kitchen radio because that's what its wonderful use is. And works. No problem with that. And this radio is fairly simple. It's mono. And as you can see, this is for loudness. FMA and AM, medium wave only, unfortunately. And then it has an external input for a record player, or actually technically any source. So this is what I've used. So now I will try if I can do this trick. Give me a second. Clicks this button.
Bluetooth mode. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
And that means that it connected to my phone, which I have here. And I will now go ahead and play.
The world is yours, wherever you are. It's there that you belong. For a Viking cannot.
So my new radio is still a radio, but it has AM, FM, and Bluetooth, which technically is just another radio receiver. But yeah, I found it hard to see how anyone would actually use the external input for this radio, but whatever they thought back then, they did think of the future of today. So how is this achieved? I will now turn the radio around and then we can take a look at how this is done. And here's what it looks like when I take it apart. So the radio itself, I have a flashlight so you can see slightly better. I haven't really done anything to radio. I got put new in capacitors and it works nicely. And this is the board in question. So it's a board that's available anywhere on the internet. There's quite a few of them. And this is what they look like when you get them. I managed to burn one of them in my attempt to make it work, but I guess that's how you learn. So if I turn it on,
Bluetooth mode.
and
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
which is exactly what we wanted. So
Set fire in my bones. The world is cold.
and yes, works nicely. Now, how much work did I need to do? So the board comes with soldering pads and connectors. So for that matter, you can use connectors or you can use the soldering pads that are here. I prefer to solder because that would eventually be the most safe way. No problems with connections. It needs a few extra components. This radio can provide me 13 volts. So I have a small regulator, standard 7805, and a capacitor for that purpose. And this will eventually give me the 5 volts that this device needs. It gives stereo out, but this is a mono radio, so I have two capacitors. I just used some capacitors I had living around. That's 220 nano, and that works nicely. And that gives me my 3 wires, power and sound out. And this radio, now I will just go back here. If you can see how the wires here are connected, you will see that the wires from here goes to the switch. And this is because this one had the advantage, it's a mono radio, so it only uses one channel of that switch. The other one is actually going to where I take the power from. So that supplies power to the switch, and then eventually when turning it on, it will turn on and off my USB device. So it's not on all the time. That's actually a good advantage. Otherwise, my phone might believe that it will connect to this regardless of I'm listening to radio or something. And that's really how simple that can be done. Those USB devices, I should mention that since I have a few of them here, I got 5 in a lot. And one of them didn't even turn on. So it's worth knowing that when you need them, better buy a bunch because they are not all that reliable. Here I have prepared my screw and glued my bolt here. So I'm going to be carefully indicating that it will go in here, because I don't really have space anywhere else for it, but with a little creativity you will be able to find it. So as you can see, we are strong, we can make things work. Thank you and keep on watching.